What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Caleb Marshall here, aka Thomas Fan 1984, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about some things. So, as you guys can see, I am not in my normal setting. I am not in the house, and you guys could probably just tell that, oh, it's a camp trailer or a motorhome or something. It's a camp trailer. If you guys are wondering if we're just camping, the answer is no. I mean, I guess in a way we could be. But I'm gonna be telling you guys why we're in this in today's video. So, I know I kind of mentioned it before, but I didn't really go into detail. I don't think I'm gonna go too much into detail even in this video because it's personal life stuff, you know. Either way, long story short, we got kicked out of the house. Now, I guess I can just tell you guys, what happened exactly. Is it not really, personal stuff with us that it happened. But puppy wants up. My dogs have puppies. This is her puppy. Can you tell them apart? Or can you tell Daddy you good night, huh? Hey? You want it up, but you won't give me kisses, okay? Anyway, so I'm just gonna start. What actually started it. So I had been back in March or so now. I'm thinking probably back in February or March. I think it's March. Well, there's a whole family that rents the mobile home park we were living in, the trailer park, and for the longest time it was the one grandson of the actual owner, and then just the past. Hi. That, like I said, in March, I guess our landlord's dad came around, so he's the son of the guy that owns it. I guess they all probably owed a little bit of it. They all each own a little bit of it, but yeah, and so the son of the guy that owns it, so he's the older guy, and our landlord's the son of the son. So he knocks on her door. He's like, "Hey, you got 30 days to clean up your yard, or you got to get out." The thing is, well, my dad works 12 hours a day, basically. I don't think it's that quite. I don't think it's quite that long. But I think he does still get paid about, or not paid. I think he still does work about, in total it's 12 hours, I believe. I think he gets paid for 8 hours, but he actually technically works 12. Anyway, either way, what I'm saying is, he'd be at work and whatnot, and he usually gets home around 4 to 5 every day, like 4:30. Well, not, I guess 4. Actually, no, probably more 4:45 to 5:30. I think it's usually almost always after 5 though. So, between 5 and 5:30. If he was later coming home, it was, because he actually had to, do something else before he came home. Either way, whenever he would get home, he just didn't help clean the yard. He'd go down the down to work on vehicles with my brother, and that's partially why the yard didn't get cleaned. Now my mom, or not my mom, my dad and brother claimed that they started, doing stuff. They were making progress, but the thing is, I get kisses from the puppy. Get kisses from the puppy. Thing is, though, we weren't making much progress, and it was only about 2 weeks after when they gave us 30 days. But it was only about 2 weeks after that they came by and they were like, "Okay, we don't see much progress. You got to be out by May 9th." Well, and it's like, okay, well, my and then part of it was rent, but we were paid up on that by the time that Eddie, it might have been by the time they even said any of that. I can't remember. It might have been like, I don't know, maybe a couple days before or a couple days after. I can't remember exactly what it was. But we had the full rent around the time they said that. So then, we pay the rent, and I think most of it after that's just the yard. We get the yard cleaned up, and we still got to get out of the house. The thing is, I don't even know if they came by and actually looked at the house and was like, "Oh, you guys got it cleaned up. Even after the 30 days, you can stay." I don't even know if they did that, because we got it cleaned up. I mean, that house is empty now. Now, okay, God, stop, puppy. Now, what I'm saying is, stop. What I'm saying is, I don't know. Well, okay, look, I don't know how long we could be in this trailer. Well, when we were living in it before, I think it was like, they say it was like November. It might have been November. I thought it was like more like July for some reason. Like July to May, like July 2023 to May 2024. If it was November to May, that's also what it was. Let's see. Well, July to May, that's 10 months. August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. And then December, January, February, March, April, May. So like 6 to 10 months, I'd say we were in it. Maybe it's July, we were doing something else. You know what? Maybe it was November, actually. I think it was. Because I know I've talked about this, before on my channel. I've talked about like our living situation and stuff before. And we just, this is Molly. So this one's Abby. This one's Molly. Hi. Anyway. Dougie! And this one's Harley! Dougie! Okay, I'll stop. But yeah, so, how long we're gonna be in this? We're gonna try to be in by, we're gonna try to be in a place by winter, in a house by winter. But for now, this is how we're gonna be living and stuff. And like I said before, or like I said, I know shut up! Talked about this before. I know they're puppies and I'm telling them to shut up. I'm trying to talk and they're a little loud. So I shouldn't be telling them to shut up, but either way. Oh yeah, also guys, if you're wondering, she is actually the daughter of her and him. So, yeah. And then, so the puppies are actually her brother and sisters. There's 1 boy, 3 girls. Woo! Ah! Eh! Eh! Oh! 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 You're still up here? Anyway, yeah, so, like I said, I know I've talked about it before. My dad's cousin kicked us out of that because we were staying with them for quite a while. Because I think that's actually when we started living in this. Not what I was thinking about July. Maybe it's July we moved in with them and it was only like July to November. Either way, you know. What the fuck you doing lying on my phone, Fly? Hi. 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 Anyway, yeah. So that's that. I don't know how long we're gonna be in here. Like I said, hopefully it won't be as long. But we're doing our hardest to get into a place. No, I know. Like I said before. You know, our old house when we lived in there. I told you guys. They kicked us out just because COVID hit and whatnot. I mean, that is a reason, but not as much of a reason as, getting out of our current house is. Honestly, I wish they would stop doing this. People would stop doing this and just, let us live in whatever place we're in. This is why sometimes I wish we had our own house. But, yeah. Also, I'm going to give you guys a little update on me. I'm going to have a job soon. Yay! My first ever job. I'll be a stalker at our local Chevron. Not S-T-A-K... I won't be an S-T-A-L-K-E-R. I will be an S-T-O-C-K-E-R. That stalker, not the other stalker. But yeah, I'm gonna stock shelves and stuff. Stock the coolers, and also since I'm 19, I won't be able to, handle a beer and whatnot. I guess you have to be 21 to even be behind the counter. Because I know some places, I know some places they'll be like, okay, you can be behind the counter before 21, but you just can't touch the beer. Or, the Zin or whatever. The tobacco and whatever else. What the fuck? Okay, I heard a noise, but I think it was Abby. Anyway, like I'm saying, I'll be getting paid for that. So, I'll probably be able to help out with a little bit of money. The way my family is, the way they've always been, is like, okay, you get paid, help us with money. What I want to do, I will help them, but if it's like my first check, first couple, maybe like first, I don't know, 2, 3, maybe my first 4 checks and then the 5th check, or, my 5th check, first 5 checks, just my first few checks. I want to be able to spend them, on myself. Maybe I'll, I don't know, maybe I will send them, I don't like however much for gas, but that's it. The rest of it I'm going to use spend on myself. It's going to be my first ever check. So I want to treat myself to something nice, But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. I'll definitely keep you guys updated on what's going on. So living situation and stuff like that. Harley, you did not. Harley, get over here. Sorry, hold on. And yeah, guys. Also, one thing I want to talk about the Thomas fandom is that I actually didn't find out until a couple days ago. Trevor Davis passed away from brain cancer. That is so sad. And Trevor's family, if you're watching this, I give you my deepest condolences because I've watched Trevor's videos for so long, and that was a shock when I found out. I actually found out through the Ginger Engines short. He uploaded a YouTube short, and I clicked on it just to see what it was because I saw his face. I'm like, okay, what is this? Saw the Ginger Engine's face, Andrew's face. I don't know. I don't know if I can say his name. Well, I don't know if it matters. Either way. Anyway, I saw his face. I'm like, what is this? And then I read the description, and then I listen to what he said. I'm like, what? And so I click on Trevor's channel. Sure enough, his most recent video was that, and it's like, oh my gosh, that's sad. That I think I could be wrong, but I think the last Thomas Fanwy, passed away was CCC, is it Creative Caboose Creations? Something like that. I know what it's called. You guys know what it's called. His name's Peter. Her name was Peter. I might be wrong because I feel like there's someone else that also did after that. And then another thing you don't really hear about these days is Thomas people in the Thomas fandom getting arrested and going to prison and going to jail or whatever. I think he's actually in prison now. But Scarlowy123, he went to prison. I've never really seen any of his videos. I've heard of him and I've heard of his channel before. I don't think I've really watched any of his videos. I probably won't because I don't want to watch a video I don't know. But yeah, I just that's a lot. I think the last person we lost in the whole entirety of Thomas Friends was actually Britt Allcroft, and then now Trevor in April. I actually found out about a month later. I'm like, what? He passed away, and that's But yeah. So that's the update on me. That's the update on our lives. But yeah. I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and yeah. See you guys later. Bye for now.